Tiny notebooks, an obsession of mine. How I love thee. Let's talk about it. Hi friends, it's Mari from Mari Haraya Archives. Today we are going to talk about a favorite subject of mine. Tiny notebooks. And yes, I have a few. But I don't know. These things brings a smile to my face and I want to talk about it. But I don't know where it stemmed. I just love tiny notebooks. But to give you a reference of size, here's my Hobonichi Weeks. And here is an A5 notebook. And this is what we're going to gauge the sizes to give you more of a visual of how small some of these notebooks are. But like, for example, look at this one against my Hobonichi Weeks. It's tiny. It's so cute. And then this pocket notebook, it's a little bit bigger, but it's still smaller than my Hobonichi Weeks. And yeah, like we have various sizes here. Then we have the tiniest one, and it's tinier than the tinier notebook. And yeah, so you can see how small they are. And you're probably wondering, like, what the heck do I use these for? So that's what we're here to talk about, is what I use these notebooks for. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and put these aside, and we'll go from biggest to smallest. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Arrange this in biggest to smallest, and we'll get started. Okay, first things first, I have these Traveler's Company spiral notebooks that I use. I love these. I actually started this in, I think, 2022 or 2020, but I have a brand new one that I started for 2025. I started some, but haven't really started because this book, I still have a few pages in there. But I slowly realized that I need to have a to-go, meaning in my purse, and then another notebook that stays at home. So what I like to think of these notebooks is like a junk drawer for your brain, or for your mind, or for your thoughts. And so this is the notebook that I use for that. And at first I kept it at home and I would brain dump everything in there and did my to-do list and grocery list. And then I would bring this with me outside because I had my grocery list. And then sometimes I would forget it at home. And so I realized I need to have two, one for home, which is this one right here, and then one that's going to stay in my purse. It's just how it has to be, because sometimes I need to write something down and it's in my purse and I don't feel like grabbing it. And so, yeah, I need two separate stacks, one to go and one for home. And so that is what I use these for. And let me show you what I actually wrote in this book. And I love how I decorated this. I use letterpress stickers on there. And then as you can see, I did it in the inside. And this is actually a sticker that I created. And it's one of my favorites because I love paper airplanes and I love florals. And I combined the two. And there you go. It's one of my favorite stickers. I actually still have a lot. but I enjoyed making those stickers. And yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll add it to, I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking out loud here. Okay, anyways, never mind. Okay, so this is what I did. Like at one point I wanted to learn bookbinding. I still want to learn bookbinding. That is still in my want to learn stuff. And let's see what else. As you can see, I just put like here our Thanksgiving menu plan, to-do list, lots of to-do lists, and then I just plot down stickers. And usually I put the stickers after the fact, not before, just so I can fill in those spaces and just to make the pages pretty. And I would have like layouts that I'm thinking it's probably for a finance planner. I think it is. Because, yeah. Okay, and then like, yep, grocery lists. This was really good to put in, but like I said, because I put grocery lists and to-do lists and like every other thing, that sometimes when I get to the grocery store, I forget this notebook, and then I'm stuck in the grocery store with no grocery list, and I'm left there to buy whatever, and that is very, very dangerous. So that is the reason why now my new setup, it's totally different and it's separated. So oops, I thought I blurred everything out, but I guess I didn't, but it's okay. Now I get to put fun stickers in the video. Okay, so but yeah, as you can see, and I even tried to journal my day on here, but that didn't stick. I think it's because I would take this out and I don't know. Do you feel weird about this? Like for me, like if it's a journal, like I don't want to take it out. I feel like it needs to be protected. I feel like it's naked if I take it out into the world. So I don't like to bring it outside. That's why I don't like to bring my journals outside. Does that make sense? Is it just me? Anyways, and here is another sticker that I made. It's one of my favorite quotes in the song, I think, One Summer, and it says, "Sometimes it be like that." And I used to say that a lot. Sometimes it be like that, you know? So, but yeah, one of my favorite stickers. And this is a spiraling notebook for Polar Bear because it is, if you're familiar with the MD notebooks, the spiral notebooks, that's because it's white paper. And they also have a craft version, which is the one that I'm currently using, but kind of, I'm still debating if I want to archive this book and then start in this book because it is a 2025. And I did kind of start out with it. I have a few pages in there that I did start in the beginning of January. But I'm hesitant because, like I said, I still have a few pages in the other notebook. And this one is the craft, so it's the camel version. And yeah, I want to start this one, but then, I don't know. I feel sad that I didn't finish out the other notebook. And so this stays on my shelf for now. And then the other one, I actually just keep in my bag so I can fill it up. I don't know, I'm still debating, but we'll see what I end up doing. I might just archive it or maybe put stickers in it in the back, fill it up so I could feel better about archiving it. Alright, so here are the Archer and Olive notebooks. They're the extra large pockets, and they're just a little bit smaller than that spiral notebook, but you can see they are chunky and they're hardbound, which I love. I love hardbound, chunky little notebooks. If you haven't seen my other video about that, I even sang a little bit. If you haven't, you'll miss out. You have to go watch it. Anyways, so yeah, so this is going to be like, I guess what you would call my commonplace notebook. The other one I use as my fitness tracker, but this would be my, junk drawer notebook, like this one, but the at-home version, because now we've separated the two. And I love this little notebook. It's so cute. I love that it has noted on there, which is perfect for what I need it for. But as you can see, I just kind of decorated it with a little quote, some favorite stickers. I have an index here for in the future when I do start brain dumping and having collections. I could add it on there and I can easily reference what I'm looking for if it's like a certain quote. If you're familiar with like the bullet journaling system, usually there's indexes. And like I said, this book is for my brain dump. So it says randomness, and it has all these random stickers that I love. And yeah, it's blank. I haven't started it, but it is numbered. So I'm going to get started with that. It's only like the 3rd, 4th week of January. So, but yeah, like I said, separating the two. This is at home and the other one's for on the go. And then the next one I use this as a fitness tracker. And I like how compact it is, and I think that's the reason why I used it as a fitness tracker. I don't need a lot of space for the information that I want to keep in there. But I also I mentioned a video about talking about my fitness tracker. But I think that's the reason why I love notebooks, like mini notebooks, is because it's so tiny and that it feels so warm and cozy to me, because as I had mentioned before in one of my videos that I love interior decorating, and so I love small spaces because you only need so much to fill the space, and so you only need so much to make it feel all like cramped and cozy, and I don't know. That's how I feel about little notebooks. But anyways, so as you can see, this is how I have my fitness tracker set up in this little notebook. And I think that's probably the reason why. Okay, back to the video. Yeah, so I've done my water tracking in this area because I like to see all the numbers in one spot, and that I'm tracking my steps there versus my water tracking, because at first I did do it for my water tracking. And then in the back I have a little journaling area for when I want to talk about my fitness journey. Anyways, back to my one thought is that I think that's the reason why I feel intimidated in big notebooks, because it's so much space and I don't know how to fill it. I mean, I use bigger notebooks in like a professional setting, which is what is needed. But anyways, okay, back to the tiny notebooks. So here is a tiny notebook that I love. I got it engraved. It's from the company Peg and Owl, and you can get the covers customized, and I have it customized to say A Collections of Drawings by Mari, and it's volume 1. And my hope and my goal for this one is to create, or it's a sketchbook, and I want to draw things in there, like little objects. I don't know exactly what the subject is, but again, I love how small the size, or how small the notebook is, so it's not so intimidating, and I can draw small things. And I think I'm going to start out with that before I graduate into a bigger size when it comes to drawing, because I feel like drawing smaller things and in like small details is easier, but instead of like drawing big things. Well, that's how my brain thinks. But yeah, so to show you how big this notebook is here's my Hobonichi Weeks. And it's a little bit smaller than that compared to, here's my A5. And you can see it's probably like half the size of it, 3/4. So it's still a pretty tiny notebook. Okay, next I have these two. And these two these are, I believe they're A7 sizes. And, excuse me. And so like, they are super cute. They are chunky, and I got these from Amazon, and it's from the brand Pentalic, But anyways, I like that it has like a closure. I think that's like the cutest thing when little notebooks have little closures. And then it has a little envelope in the back, or a little pocket in the back. And it's like sketch paper. It's a little thin, but it was called a sketchbook. But I use it for my to-do list and groceries. And so yeah, let's talk about this one. So here I just kind of plopped down some travel inspired stickers on the front, and then in the inside, and then also in the back. And then, but yeah, so like I had said, I actually started using this as a grocery list. Like, I had the big one, and I decided to go with this size because I feel like this size fits better in my hand. And when so here's what I'm saying is like, okay, so we have grocery lists, and then here's another sticker because I forgot to cover up stuff. And then what else did I have in here? It's mostly grocery lists and to-do lists. That's it. That's all I did. And so basically I just extracted all the grocery lists and to-do lists from my brain dump book because it doesn't belong there anymore. And so I really like this size compared to the A6 Slim size of the other notebook. I'll show you the size difference. So it's a lot smaller, and I like the feel of it, and I like that, as you can see when I'm out and about, like how big that notebook is, and this one's more compact, and I can just it's just easier. I like it's a little more discreet when you're out and about and you put your grocery list and check it off and stuff. It's nice in the hand, so I like that. And of course it has like the closure on it, so it makes it convenient, and you don't have to worry about the pages opening when it's in your purse. So when I found this size, I started it right, but then I found this. This is the MD Midori A7 blank notebook, and it's my absolute favorite notebook in the whole wide world. And when I found out that they came out with an A7 size, I had to get it, and I couldn't give up. And so that's the reason why I stopped there, and then I started here because I was just way too excited. And I just love the paper of the MD notebook. By the way, I am not sponsored. I am just this excited about this notebook. It's literally one of my favorites. I'm pretty sure some of you might feel the same way, but if they ever make a Hobonichi size MD notebook and like came together, it's over. Like, that's the only notebooks I will ever buy. Not just kidding. I would buy more other different notebooks, but anyways, yes, the MD A size notebook. And check this out. This is like the cutest thing. It has its own little, hold on, I'll show you. I'm almost there. Hold on. Trying to find it. Okay, here, look. It has its own little plastic cover. Like, what? It is like the cutest thing. Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna have to show you guys because it's so cute how small it is, and that it comes with its own little plastic PVC cover. Okay. You would think it would be easier to put these things in because it's smaller, but no, it's the same, even if it was an A5 size. Okay, there we go. Look how cute this is. It's so cute. I love it. Look at it. It's so cute. And look how small is my hand. It's so cute. Little cutie notebook. Okay. I need to stop. I'm having too much fun. Okay. All right. And so I actually don't use a plastic cover. I end up changing it to this cover that I found on Amazon because it has a pen holder, which I like. And so this has, doesn't have a pen holder. What I do is I just end up kind of placing it on the plastic part like this, Sometimes I put it inside if it fits, but or either I'll hang it like that, and then I just use like an elastic band to keep it closed. So that was my setup at first until I found the smaller, or the cover from Amazon, and I prefer this one just because it's all intact. So, all right, I got way too excited about this little notebook, but yeah, as you can tell, it's my favorite one. That's the reason why I abandoned the other one and got this one. And but yeah, like I said, I love this thing. Okay, let me take this off because it's glaring off the camera. Okay, just to give you a little tour of this little cutie notebook. And I just use it for groceries and to-do list. Let me move this aside because the camera wants to focus to the background because these things are so tiny. Okay, so I just plopped a cute little sticker there. And as you can see, it's just to-do list. And then I put cute after the fact, I will put stickers on there to decorate it. And then what I do is I actually put our dinners or our menu plan there, just because in case something is out of stock, I can kind of look back and refer to this and say, okay, that's out of stock, but it's okay because the meal isn't happening for another week, so we're good. Or if I need to kind of at that time kind of make a executive decision, like, okay, since we can't make that, we will instead do something else. So, yep. And again, I forgot to take that out, and so there's another sticker for you. Okay, and so yeah, like I said, just to-do lists. I really like how it looks. I can't wait to fill it up with all my things to do and things to buy, and I just put the date. And like I said, I just plop stickers down after the fact to decorate the empty spaces, which reminds me I need to do that for the other pages. But yeah, that's my favorite little A7 notebook. Okay, next up we have this little cutie, and it's the same notebook as this one. But this one I actually use as a tea journal. I love drinking tea, and so I like to journal about it. I usually just put what I drink in my Hobonichi weeks, but this is the expansion of that when I want to. So each washi represents a tea type, like, because I drink different types of tea throughout the day. I don't know if you guys do that, but I do, to optimize the tea drinking experience. But then I just talk about the tea, like what I like, where it's from, the type of tea, like what stars I give it out of 3, just different information, the notes of the tea, the flavor, and all that stuff. And I love the size of this because literally you could put only a little bit of information and it looks full. Like it looks like it's a filled up book with just a few sentences and stickers. And so that's why I like using little tiny notebooks. It just, I don't know, it looks so pretty. But yeah, so here are some examples that I did. And I don't have like a set layout. I just, whatever I feel, but I do use stamps. Because like, again, I don't know, I guess eventually later on down the line when I'm more confident about drawing, I could draw more, but for now, stamps is what I'm using. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a set layout. I just have stamps to do like the main heavy hitting, and then I just write words and like the different things. And then yeah, I haven't finished it, but this is so funny. So I put, the smell of this tea is beautiful. The taste is not overwhelming to the palate. It's a really good tea, especially on cold days like today. 1 cup wasn't enough, but I had to restrain myself. That's funny. Okay, anyways. So yeah, that's what I like using this tiny journal for. And I actually have another journal that I'm going to use for my tea, but it's more for like informational purposes, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is the one that I just use for informational only, and you can see the size. It's like a traveler size notebook, but just a little bit smaller. But this is the notebook that I'm going to use for like for information, like the teas I have like in stock, the where I got it from, yeah, just all that, like the archives. So yeah, that's, and then this one is for me actually journaling and talking about my feelings about the tea. Okay, next up we have this one, and this is the same from Peg and Owl. It's a different size. It's a lot smaller, but it is so tiny. But as you can see with my Hobonichi Weeks, it's definitely smaller than the bigger ones that I showed you. And then compare it to the A7 size. So that's the A7 size. I don't know if I did a size comparison to the Hobonichi, but as you can see, we're almost getting to the corner. And it's a lot smaller than the A7. It's so cute. Okay, all right, and so this one I'm actually using as a sketchbook, like the other one. And this one it says A House of Our Own in the Mountains. So this was actually a book that I made for our house back in Utah, because we lived by the mountain, in the mountain, like we were on the mountain, and like the mountain was like right behind us, like literally backed up. But anyways, I wanted to draw pictures of things around that house that I loved. Never got to it before we moved, which is okay, because I still have like my memories, and I still have a bunch of pictures that I can reference of. So that's another project that is in the works that I will definitely put it on my to-do list. But I love the paper that they use in these little books. But like I said, I like how small the size is, so it's a little bit easier to, it's not so intimidating to draw. Okay, so next up are these traveler's notebooks. And if you haven't seen my hacking of my traveler's notebooks, I'll put it in the cards right here. And so you can kind of reference that. But I talked about these two in the video, right? But I totally forgot about these two little ones, because they were in my little bowl and I didn't see them. And I was wondering, because I knew something was missing when I was making that video. I was like, I feel like I had smaller ones. But yeah, here we are. This is what it is. So I'm glad I'm making this video so I can showcase these cute little notebooks that I cut into. Okay, so let's start off with this one. This is a traveler's notebook from Japan. It was stamped with all these really pretty stamps that I loved. And so I made sure that when I cut this down, that is what I focused on, or showcased it, or highlighted, to make it a cute little notebook. So what I'm using this for is a sketchbook. I'm, of course, because like a lot of my tiny notebooks are sketchbooks. I mean, I could use it for to-do lists and all that stuff, but I think this would be a sketchbook for me. I do have two inserts in there. One is like the sketchbook, and the other one's like the watercolor insert. And so I have two different kinds in there. So yeah, I am going to use that for my sketchbook / watercolor book. And then next up is this little cutie. It's so cute. I love all the details in this book. And that's actually upside down, I think. Yeah, it's upside down. Let me put it right side up. Okay. So I love this little wooden piece that's from Manual Factory. And we'll compare it to the Hobonichi to see the size difference. As you can see, it's pretty tiny. Yep. And then compare it to the A5 size. Again, we're getting closer to that corner. But yeah, it's pretty small, but I like the landscape of it. So it's a little bit smaller than an A7. Not my smallest notebook, but yeah, like I said, I liked all the details that I had put on here, the little rivets. But yeah, let's get into this one. And again, this is filled with watercolor. It's the same watercolor notebook that I have in here that I cut up. So it worked out. Didn't waste any. Every scrap of paper I still have. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's there. I kept everything. So this is going to be another watercolor sketch. Mostly watercolor because of the watercolor notebook in there. Okay, so here's the little tiny ones that I have. And actually this isn't the tiniest, and you'll see later on that I don't even realize why I didn't put it in this video as a tiny notebook. But okay, so that you saw the size difference for the Hobonichi Weeks, and then for the A7 notebook, and then the A5. Look how close we are to that corner. They are tiny. They're so tiny. Can't put it on there because it has that brass label. But yeah, look how small they are. They're so tiny. They're so cute. Okay, let's start off with this one. And so when I cut this one, I noticed that there was the Traveler's Notebook engraved on there. And I thought that would be really cool to kind of highlight in this notebook, because it looks like, you know how we like to engrave our notebooks? So it looks like that is what the design was. So that's the reason why I cut it there. And then I have the Superior Labor little brass tab on there. And I don't know if they still have that. They always sell out. So when I saw it available the last time, I think I bought a few. And my husband actually stole a couple for his Traveler's Notebook. Okay, oh, I thought this was empty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so alright, so the decorating room. So this was a Etsy shop that me and my husband own, and we created interior decorating stuff. Like, he built shelves and all that jazz. It was pretty successful, and he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for up to one point until I had some health issues. But wow. Yeah, okay. I was not expecting to see all these stickers in here. These are all the stickers that I actually made. And oh wow. Okay, so that was a Traveler's Notebook. That was mine. I sold it already. But these were stickers, designs that I actually created, and I drew and created. And this one, not funny story, but I sold this one to somebody, and I think it was a husband who bought it for his wife, and I thought that was really sweet. So if by chance you're watching this and you're the one that bought this notebook, I hope you're enjoying it. And then this one, I just featured this in one of my videos, but it's a pouch that I made myself, and then I drew it and I made it into a sticker. But yeah, so here it is, front and back. It's a pouch that I absolutely love. And I totally forgot that I actually drew these out and created stickers for it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, these are all my brass clips that I have that I drew out. And then, as you can see, it was like 2020, 5 years ago. Holy crap, I totally forgot about these. And then these are little houses that I made. These are quotes that I had that I created and made stickers. And this is when I was trying things out to see how it was. I just drew out these houses and colored it in, and then made stickers out of it. Whoa. I should maybe try again, but I don't know, even if it's just me using them, but I should try to get back into that. I started and then I kind of stopped. I made a few stickers. I even had added it to the Etsy shop at one point. I don't know, maybe I'll open it again. Wow, that was that was really unexpected. I don't remember putting any of that stuff, so that's really cool. That was cool. Okay, I will definitely keep this as what it is, like, so you can actually use little tiny notebooks to archive stickers. That would be a great idea. But yeah, that was cool. Brought me down memory lane. Okay, let's talk about this cutie. Okay, look how small this is compared to the A7. It's tiny. And then if we compare it to the Hobonichi Weeks, we're getting closer to that corner on the Hobonichi Weeks. And then, Yep, look how tiny. It is so tiny. And it's literally in the middle of my palm, and I don't have very big hands. And it's tiny. It's so cute. It's about like, what, 2 inches? Very cute. Okay, let's get into the details of this one. So, I have 2 charms here. And this one right here, this little origami, I actually got that from a brand, it starts with owl. Is it Origami Owl? Origami Owl. Yeah. I had a friend who did that, and so I supported her, so I always bought little charms from, I think it's Origami Owl. I remember it. Anyways, I love the rivets that I put on here. Okay, and check this out. Okay, you see that? Wait, hold on. You see that? Right there? Those stitches, it means what? We have a pocket. We have a tiny little pocket. Like, look how cute that is. Why does my voice go high when I talk about how cute things are? Okay, so let me show you what you could put in there, because it is a very functional pocket. I guarantee you it's a functional pocket. See, if you need extra paper clips, boom, it fits right in. Yep, it's tucked in there. If you need it, it's there. But yeah, it's a it's a sketchbook. It has like the regular paper from the Traveler's Notebook. Again, I will probably use this for a to-do list. I don't know, maybe a sketchbook. Not sure. I haven't figured out. Now that it could fit a paper clip in that pocket, it would be a very functional to-do list taker. But yeah, look how cute. I love it. So cute. All right. So I think that is everything I have. I do have a few little notebooks that I totally forgot to include in this thing, but it's okay. I hope you maybe got something from it, learned from it, got ideas from it. If not that, maybe it was plain entertainment for you. I definitely enjoyed filming this video because I got to talk about some of my favorite things, which is tiny little notebooks. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video at least. If you didn't, it's entertainment, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, and I will go through this again because that was really unexpected. I love that. So I'm gonna go through that again. So I hope you liked this video of my obsession of tiny notebooks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.